Sir, after that fifth, that's crazy. It's time to wrap it up.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. So today, as you guys can tell by the title, we decided to do a little mukbang. Right now we're just gonna be eating some sandwiches. I actually have a Subway that I had, so I'm gonna have a Subway and a sandwich and some chips.
And I have 2 sandwiches.
And Cynthia has 2 sandwiches and soda. Can you guys, let's not be loud, But anyways, you guys, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, but I didn't want to speak on it till I knew everything was okay. And if something happens after this, just know that I probably got kidnapped. Maybe, I don't know.
Stop.
Imagine. The reason why Cynthia's in this mukbang is because she has witnessed this. And she's not experienced as bad as me, but it gets bad.
You got kind of bad with me too.
A lot of you guys may or might not know, I'm a barista here in my town, and I'm really friendly. I am friendly. So
Overly friendly.
It's nice, you guys. I'm not flirting, nothing. So there's a man that comes by the stand. There was this man that came by the stand, and we're gonna name him William. And he came by the stand a lot. He says he was always on a rush, but he would literally just sit there. He would just sit in the damn car.
He would get his coffee, and he'd be charged up and everything, and he'd still just sit and wait there.
Just sit there and drink his coffee, clean his car, like, bro, leave. So one day he had came, and I decided, okay, let me just talk to this guy, whatever, real quick. And he went off. He talked about stuff. He gave me literally a sticky note of a link to watch this video about the world.
The book?
A book. Yeah, to read a book. I was like, okay, whatever. I just went with it.
And he went, when I was working on one shift with one of my coworkers, and he did the same thing to me. My coworker had to call the stand so I could pretend to go get the phone.
I'm having a bad day, right? That day he pulls up, and I was just telling him how my day was. He was like, you know what? Don't have a bad day, blah, blah, this and that. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the advice. I was appreciative because, you know what? I realized, like, you know what? This is what I needed. Like, it's just a bad day, not a bad life, After that, I just kind of didn't like talking to him because he would just talk too much. So we would try to get him out. Like, we would try to pretend we're doing stuff. And I remember one time me and they were working. He was like,
so you guys are scared to talk to me?
No, and this guy always goes when it gets slow. Like, serious, like, and we try to clean, and he stays there, like, when we have a chance to clean, we take it.
And it's just like, and no car wanted to pull behind him, so he would be sitting there for like 30 minutes.
Our luck,
right? He told me that one time. I kind of felt bad because he kind of caught on to us, like, okay, we don't like talking to you, William. You're weird,
One time, I would work at the market on Thursdays when I was pregnant. He came in. One time, my feet were hurting, and I was just wanting to sit down. He comes in. He literally talked to me for an hour about, like, the universe, the aliens, how the world is going. Like, I was like, oh my...
Starseeds, how we're connected to the land.
Yeah.
How we're one in
with
being.
a stain on his shirt. Dude, like, I was like... My feet were killing me.
He didn't, like, even give you a chance to talk because, first of all, how do you respond? Second of all, you just have to agree.
Sir, after that fifth, that's crazy. It's time to wrap it up.
After he said, you guys are scared to talk to me. So the next time he came, I felt bad. So I was like, okay, I'm going to talk to this guy. That day, he just, like, smiled at me. He's like,
let me give you my number.
So we can just, if you ever want to talk, you can call me. Okay. I took the number, wasn't gonna call because I'm like, sir, like, what am I gonna say? Like, no, like, I should just be like, oh no, that's inappropriate, sir, no. He was talking to me, he was really smiley. He was just looking at me with these, like, eyes. Like, I was like, that's when I kind of started feeling a weird vibe from him. After that, like, when I think the last day I was working, he pulled up and I didn't want to go talk to him. My friend was like, oh, she's busy right now. And he was like,
can you call Andrea? Tell her that William is here.
And my friend was like, she made him his drink and he was just sitting there like how he always does. And she was like,
are you missing anything?
He's like, no.
And she's like, okay, bye. She closed the window and he looked at her pissed. Like, and Eileen was like over him. Like, dude, she was scared. No. And let me tell you, she was like, oh, watch, he comes again. And I was like, dude, he better not. He pulls up at 10 o'clock again. And I just ignored him. Like, I saw him staring at me, dude. I ignored him.
You can see him stare at you.
You can see him stare. He would just like... Ow, he would literally finish his whole drink sitting right there. Like, dude, go. Took a break from work. And Eileen took my shifts. So that week that I was off, she told me that he went every day asking for me, leaving his number there for me
Every day.
Every day he would ask for me. And Eileen's like, I don't know, like she was over him, so she'll be like, dude, I don't know, like I don't know where she's at, like, oh, I think she quit, like just these little things, so he won't come anymore. I go back to work the next week and I'm working with my coworker Julia, and I'm not kidding you guys. Oh my gosh, this is when I was like, oh my gosh. So this is the time where I'm making specials and I'm taking pictures of them, but I saw him get in the turning lane. Oh, no, he wasn't even in the turning lane to get to my stand. He was going straight, and when he saw my car, he like went into the turning lane fast. Like, he went in there fast, and he just looked like he was looking for my car, basically, you know. And I was like, Julia, I'm gonna go and take the picture for the special. My coworker Julia knew already what was going on, so she's like, yeah, go. And I go back inside after taking the picture, and he had left, and I had went back inside. And dude, this is how she is. I'm like, what? She's like, I'm like, Julia, what? And she's like, he left this for you. And I read it real quick, and I'm like, my heart is beating. Like, I'm scared. I'm like, ooh, like, ew. I sent it to Cynthia real quick.
My mom, I was breastfeeding the baby, and my mom had got up to work out, and then my mom, I'm like, Mom, that guy left Drea a note. My mom took my phone right away and read it herself first, and she's like, oh hell no.
You know what? I missed a whole chunk. Missed a whole chunk, and I felt stupid because I'm gonna have to rewind you guys. Okay, just know that this is a letter, right? But what made him write this letter was that day when we were talking. So that day I had told him, like, hey, you should come to the market tomorrow because I'm taking her shift.
I don't know why she would tell him that. Like,
I told him that so he can leave. So he can leave from the stand, so he can be like, okay, and probably forget. So that day when I was working at the market early, I see his car, and I was like, damn, like, dude, he's already coming in.
And at the market, it's not like the stand. Like, they go inside, and like they're there with you. They're so close to you. And
they're close to you, and because we open earlier than anybody else, nobody is in the damn market. He comes in, we're talking. He was just looking at me so weird. He was telling me about he had kids, he had a wife, he had like he's not with them, he had kids my age that are girls, and that he was like basically talking about his kids like if I knew them. Let him talk, like, okay, you're reminiscing, okay, good. But like anytime he would look at me, it was with the weirdest, he was like, I don't even know. It was just
I can see him
so
like,
scary. Like, dude, I would look away and I would see him staring at me. I'm like, dude, go away. He was there for a good hour.
The first time he went to the market, he was just staring at my belly. Like how that stare he does.
Creepy.
He was just...
This is where it gets weird. He's finally gonna freaking leave, and he's like, can I get a hug?
When they want to hug you, they want to feel your chest, and that's gross. I know it's gross. Like,
oh my God. I can't. I am disgusted.
So okay, I don't know what the hell to say.
Give him a side hug.
I did,
okay.
But he was like, me and you just have a different kind of connection. I was like, I'm nice to all my customers. Yeah, maybe I should have never gave you a damn hug, but you know what? You're making me feel very uncomfortable right now, you know?
And it's like he puts you on the spot. Like, you can't, you know, like, I mean, I know we're not supposed to be shy. We're supposed to, like, when we don't feel uncomfortable, we're supposed to speak on it. But it's like when you're in that situation, what do? You don't even think about that after, because you're in the moment, like, they put you on the spot.
Now to the letter.
Is literally like 40, 50 years old. Like,
first of all, it's sloppy. What up? Dear Andrea, I am writing you to find out what happened for you to fully disconnect with me. and stop communicating with me. I hope you remember I am not able to call you because of no caller ID. First of all, what? Did I do something to create this disconnection? And if you believe I did, please tell me what it is so I will not continue to create issues. I do not desire in my life. Okay, sorry guys, his writing is bad. And to help me be more compassionate if I am not doing so. And if there are other reasons such as fear of other people's fear, family, friends, then the question I would like to ask is, what do you want to create in your life? Like, dude, see, like, you already know this guy is weird. Yeah. Sir, I am 19 years old. Get out. I do my best to care about everyone and everything here on earth. And I care and love myself. Sir, no you don't.
He's not.
No, I am not here writing this to convince you of anything. I think you are wonderful, bright and inspiring woman. I desire to learn what you have to offer the world and to understand the gifts you came here to inspire here. Now wait, understand the gifts you came here to inspire here. See, like, okay, yeah, he did write that. Like, what? I honor the short time that I did have with you and wish you much joy and happiness in your life. He's like, always a friend, William. P.S. He had a P.S.
I have no fear of anyone stopping what I intend to create, and I would still like to be a good friend to you or more, if you desire to as well.
I am disgusted.
Like, dude, I was throwing up. Like, dude, I was literally
throwing up
gagging after this. Gagging. And then he was like, if you want to stop by, my address is beep. Get out. So after this, I was like, dude, I have to tell my boss. And my boss already knew about this guy, that situation I had with him, but she didn't know to what extent it was. I mean, this is obviously the furthest extent he took, you know. So she had read the letter and she like wanted to throw up as well. So my boss was like, hey, Drea, after work, let's go to the police station. We're gonna report this because I don't want nothing else to happen. Like, we need to report this now. Okay, you know, I met her there. We're there talking to an officer, and she's like, you know what? We can't really do anything unless, you know, you file a restraining order. She's like, if you want to take that other extent, you know, you do that. But what you could do, as she was telling my boss, as a boss, you could restrict him, like ban him from going to this coffee shop. And then the officer was like, and I will go to him personally and talk to him about this situation, tell him to leave you guys alone.
Mind you, he works in this town.
He works in this town, somewhere where he can find my address. That Saturday, I was working at the stand again.
And she was gonna open.
And I was gonna open, but I had told my other coworker, like, hey, can you open? Something's going on. I'll tell you when we're working. I was going to work. I was gonna turn into the main road. And when I turned, dude, he was coming this way and I was going this way. He was staring at me, dude. Like, I was looking away like this, like driving. And like, I looked in my rear view and he did like he missed his turning lane and he like did a really like rowdy turn.
He stepped on the brake?
He stepped on the brake hard. Like, he was basically staring at me. I was like, oh my gosh, like, how embarrassing. Like, he obviously went to the stand because when I got there, they were like, oh, he just came and we told him like he is banned from coming. My boss told him like, hey, you made some of my baristas very uncomfortable. You are not allowed to come anymore. And he was like,
okay.
And you know what's so embarrassing? You're an old man, dude. Like, how, like, that is so embarrassing.
Like, older than you. That's what's so gross about it.
And it's just so disgusting because it's just like, ew, sir. Like, you really thought you can get away with this?
Literally, me and my boyfriend were gonna pull up on that guy because he wrote his address. We're like, we're gonna go all the way to where he lives and we're gonna pull up on him.
That's what happened to me. Honestly, never again. Yeah, I'm friendly, but there's a line. Okay, you guys, so we're just gonna wrap it up here because that's basically the whole story. I don't want to keep talking, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you guys think, and comment down below if this is even safe to be posting, even though it's gonna be posted already. Yeah, you guys, we'll talk in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.